by head coach Billy Donovan, year number 5.
He's playing a lot better basketball.
With the catch down low, trying to make a move, and Buzelis got up there with him and blocked the shot. And this is what the Bulls like to do. Get out on the move.
Through that shot clock.
Well, we saw what happened on Saturday night.
And, you know, obviously a lot of teams want to get into transition. Former Thunder coach, 5 years at the helm for the Bulls, and 5 years here in Oklahoma City.
Flanked also by Wes Unseld Jr., and there's a step out of bounds. We had a lull in sideline calls for a while. And Shea, and he's just going to, when there's somebody defending him who's not accustomed to defend, who hasn't faced him all that much, he is going to go into his bag of tricks and take advantage of that as Vucevic misses the long 3.
Yeah, and you know what? He's willing to work for it too, man. He's driving to the lane, getting the contact. Doesn't always get the whistle, but he keeps going back in there.
I think J-Dub was trying to set it up for SGA on the baseline, and the Thunder are trying to set up some attacks inside below the free throw line. So far unsuccessful. Early few possessions. Terry way too strong. Taps back out to Giddey. White off the catch, fires away.
Make 38% of their threes when there's no defender within 6 feet. Now when you get closer than that, that number changes a lot.
Thunder almost had the aerial attack there between J-Dub and Hartenstein. And that's a connection that used 2 minutes into the game. Buzelis got inside. It's a Chicago turnover anyways. Dort zigzagging his way up the floor. Dumps it off to Holmgren, and he steps out of bounds.
That's right. Can we get this month over with? Oh, yeah, that's right. Tomorrow it's over.
Everybody collapses on the defensive end, and the Thunder catch a break. Vucevic over 40% from 3. This one wide open. SGA this time able to get to the cup, and he scores. And there's that porridge.
He got by that primary defender. And the Bulls are not a shot blocking team. They're more of a position team that likes to body you away from the basket.
Vucevic is not a rim protector. He's an offensive-minded big. They like to stretch it out. That hook shot on the baseline, no good. As Dort coming off that great game on Saturday. As Shea, all kinds of defenders over him. He kept the dribble alive, and SGA works his way. Depthness with both hands, and it's just something that you can't take lightly because he's as good of a finisher in the NBA at the rim.
Absolutely. And he's not afraid of contact. Yeah, that's a big thing there too. A lot of players, you know, kind of go to the rim expecting contact.
Vucevic with some power trying to get down the lane. Buzelis. That 3 comes up a little bit short for the rookie.
You can tell Chicago is trying to get going early here.
Holmgren
pain on the Thunder. That's why they've been able to knock down some threes and flushing them out of there eventually.
SGA baseline shot, offensive rebound, J-Dub. And he will pull it back out, fire away from 3, and J-Dub able to capitalize.
Seat of him. He was looking to pass it after he got that offensive rebound.
Giddey's pass got picked off. Now J-Dub's got some steam, zigzagging up the floor. Power.
Fouled by Josh Giddey was impressive.
When you asked me to take the 3,
everything through a team lens, which leads not only to his own growth and impact, but also the growth of the team as a whole.
Everything that these defenses have thrown at SGA, and he's a student of the game. He wants to make the right play, Michael, and that's what he does because he says, look, oftentimes I'm just reading the defense.
He's one of those guys too that, you know, his Doppler is going all the time. I mean, you talk about reading the defense. There's none better because he's got all the attention, all the eyes are looking at him all the time. As soon as he crosses half court with the basketball. As Patrick Williams will give the Bulls their first field goal made tonight.
Dort, the rainbow 3, took a peek. Offensive rebound. As SGA trying to direct traffic. Get a little bit more space. This time he'll fire it over to Holmgren. Trying to back down the defense. Holmgren went for the bank shot, no good. And Patrick Williams, high draft pick now coming off the bench for Chicago. Brings up the floor. Low scoring first quarter so far. Vucevic, the deep catch outside. Giddey, no on the three. And how about J-Dub?
I thought Vucevic passed up an open layup there to kick it out to Giddey for the three.
After getting the positioning is SGA. Not going to get that roll. Buzelis with the rebound. He didn't even look like he was interested. It was a quick pop back out to the perimeter. As Buzelis gets back into the scoring here for Chicago.
Rookie getting the playing time late in the season. He's answering the bell for the Bulls.
Wait for the G League Ignite. There's a nice floater. Hartenstein. The Thunder had to go small on Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. He did not play that second half. It's a nice little backdoor cut by Williams.
Chen on the roll is SGA. Using that strength, steps back. That's a short miss for him. And Giddey up the floor. Going up against his former team. Terry fires Williams. The three, well short. Hartenstein gets up there as SGA's got his head up. Little hesitation once again, attacking, and that might be a travel. Vucevic, again, inside, outside. And Buzelis that time overcooked it. J-Dub fires right down the lane. Nobody there to slow him down.
The time got by Josh Giddey on that play.
Vucevic, and that time he got it to go with the left hand.
And he finally took a shot in the paint. He had him a couple of times deep in the paint. Kicked it out to shooters.
Jay Will's first shot did not play on Saturday night. The full allotment of big men.
I'll start there.
That's a referee balk.
So you get the ball, you know, like in baseball, you get the free base.
Gosh. Isaiah Joe wasting no time, and Isaiah Joe from downtown.
And they're just saying, look, you got to make a few shots from the outside before we'll flush out of there. Well, how do you do it? Do exactly what Isaiah Joe just did. Just serve up a hot cup of Joe.
He has been
absolutely, and he's done it all season long, and he's done it superbly. And that's there's no man trying to double him up.
The game is so perimeter oriented now. Are guards going to start getting more consideration, you think, for Defensive Player of the Year?
I think so. It has to. It just has to. Just deserving of that nice little midi by Isaiah Joe.
Zach Collins and Phillips into the game. There's another miss from downtown for Chicago. And a rebound by Kenrich. 3 and change left to go here in the first quarter. Joe has already made one and strokes one again.
Basket straight down.
White the drive and kick. Thunder finding some footing here on the offensive end. Crowd starting to get into a little bit with this lead up to 11. Under 5 seconds. White pushed out, and they're going to get
moment for a coach.
Getting called for 3 seconds in the key.
Yeah, that's real too.
It doesn't happen very often. That's just a nice play, nice dish. White found Terry underneath. And Chicago, who's been chucking up a lot of threes, goes inside for one of the rare times. Speaking of going inside, Michael, 2-year key of the Thunder cracking the paint. There's another turnover. Back-to-back on back-to-back possessions. And let's take a look at tonight's pair.
You know, top 5 in lowest free throw rate between these two teams. It's hard to believe. The Bulls are 2nd in free throw rate. The Thunder are 5th in free throw rate.
Oh, shit. Kenrich Williams lowers the
goals attempts as opposed to your free throw attempts. And that's a nice block that time by Casey Wallace.
He just ate up Kobe White. Joe, a little too strong on that 3. He's been feeling it. We know he can get going. White that time blows right by, and that time it's Jay.
To stop from getting hit right in the noggin.
Buzelis. got down low, and there is the rookie. Drafted highly for Chicago. They really like him. 11th pick in this past summer's draft. SGA fires it over to Kenrich Williams. Corner three.
The building tonight got honored here earlier in the game.
One of some really good teams. Giddey missed a short shot and followed his miss. One of those unorthodox lefty shots, Michael, but again, effective.
What do you mean? I'm left-handed too. So I don't know what you're saying.
I'm just giving him preferential comments here.
Why is it always unorthodox when you talk about a left-hander? Yeah, it's just beautiful. Tap out, loose chains picked up by Caruso, trifecta by J-Dub.
Gonna really bomb it away so far in this first half, 6 out of 12. Williams zips it back out to the perimeter. Giddey wants to fire. Not gonna happen there. Holmgren and Hartenstein both on the floor, going with the jumbo lineup to start the second. Holmgren rumbling up the floor, and his momentum was taking him away from the cup, and he's still able to bank it in.
Yeah, that could have been an N1, too. He took a lot of contact on that play. This was kind of letting them play a little bit on both ends.
Caruso also in. Patrick Williams, no. Caruso. He's been so reliable out on the floor. So versatile. As J-Dub. Nice fadeaway on the baseline. Back-to-back. The good news is OKC, nobody's been better this year as Giddey's able to break down the defense. Nobody's been better this year, #1 in that category.
Yeah, and it's really been what you would call a labor of love. They're really committed to it.
Russo got inside, ball goes back outside. The whole attempt of the game, no good. But the Thunder so far have really done a nice job of limiting the Bulls. They've settled for a lot of three-point shots. White trying to get down.
While trying to go to the bucket. And it's caused some turnovers, too, for the Bulls.
Smith got down low, and once he caught it, looks like Hartenstein couldn't get up to the rim. Caruso, he's quickly into the front court. We're trying to run something through here as J-Dub got to his spot, fades away, and he's got a couple of nice fadeaways here.
And does a good job of fading away to knock down those kind of shots. Took the wrap over the shoulder of Collins.
Giddey got run off the three-point line. Spins, went glass, no good.
See, not letting them get to the rim. That play like that. That's what's happening with the starting guards for the Bulls.
Jalen Williams trying to get those short shots below the free throw line. He's already got 12 points here in the first half. Efficient 12 points. He took over the game in the third quarter against the Pacers. Very aggressive. J-Dub, now there's an aggressive case in Wallace.
Ball got poked away, looked like by Chet Holmgren.
Caruso, a little ball.
But he's a good offensive player as well. Likes to play in transition.
Hey. All those little intangibles that Mark Dagnall talks about a lot. I love seeing Caruso out there. All the little things that he does to help impact games. Collins can shoot it from the three-point line. There is Caruso tapping it over to a teammate.
Right now the Bulls are just struggling from downtown. 14. And the Bulls are 1 for 14 from downtown.
Lead ballooning all the way up to 19. And there's another miss from the three-point line. And this has not been there. This is a Chicago team that really relies on it for its offense. Holmgren looking for offense, and so far Buzelis has got the best of them. That's his third block.
Chet looked like he's not able to get up in the air on that last step.
To get your opportunities against this Chicago defense as Buzelis again from the outside. That's just the second three made by the Bulls so far in this game. You can talk all you want about the offense.
Tied with Miami right now.
Oh, Hartenstein took a little bump there from Vucevic.
But that's the legal bully ball, not on the playground. I don't like it on the playground. I got your back on the playground, but not there. Hartenstein just showing some Mr. Mean.
Just initiating a little contact. Smith, no, and Giddy's able to follow it. Coming up on the halfway point here of quarter number 2. And Caruso. He'll call his own number if he has to. Hartenstein faces up. He's got 2 more. Hartenstein was...
All this comes down in the right spot. Even when he misses that, folks, it just looks good.
He had options, too. He could have given it back to Caruso. Giddy, another miss from 3. This is going to be Thunder. You got to check some boxes in the criteria, man. Come on. You taught me that years ago.
Right. How about Lou? Slicing and dicing with the basketball. Casey Wallace getting all the way to the rim.
Well, the Thunder giving him more opportunities to do that, putting the ball in his hands more. You're starting to see a different side of Casey Wallace. Javon Carter's come in for the first time. Vucevic now facing up on Hartenstein. Outside the block, there is a Pat Caruso deflection. Thunder better than any team in the NBA knows Caruso's a reason why. Can't finish. Vucevic got it outside of Williams. Back the other way we go. Kaysen with a nice little deflection there. Got it right into the hands of Williams. Dort all the way up the floor. Fires it outside. J-Dub, no on the 3.
Really doing a good job of just forcing the tempo against the Bulls. He obliged them. Thunder won the challenge and had the basketball.
SGA's back out on the floor. Lead grew when he was on the bench. Joe had the early 3s and 20 points in almost 60% of the games this year. Joe from the outside. You leave him that kind of space.
20 plus right now. Shooting 8 of 17 from downtown. I'm not sure why.
He got 15. SGA again sees the double. And a patient pass. And the breakdown of Chicago's defense.
Too, partners. You were talking about that. He just kind of waited for Lou Dort to get in the painted area and dropped him.
Well, the Thunder have been taking advantage on both sides. And there's another 3. That has been the latest to get into it. As that
The basketball.
So far, the lid has been on White, though, just 4 points. As Dort off the catch. That is good. Lou Dort. Huge story the first half.
That's just cash money. Last one to touch it. Look at that zone defense extended pretty out, far out. Thunder right now having a feast with those 3-point shots. Sent from downtown. Just over 54% shooting for the game.
It has been a 2-way clinic so far for OKC. Obviously, everything looks good when you're knocking down the 3s. You got 8 more 3s than your opponent. Vucevic trying to tip the miss from Buzelis. Here comes Dort out of the pack.
Buzelis, he's got some game, man, I tell you. He's fearless when he goes to the basket. He's got a nice 3-point shot as well.
Joe once again off of a pass from SGA.
The Thunder are just punishing the Bulls. As Kobe White finally gets one to go down for the Bulls. They're now 2 of 17. Thunder 11 of 20.
And now Shea is going to get some free throws.
Saying, look, I've got to stay as far away from Shea as possible tonight. And he's done that, and he's got some good looks.
SGA off the bounce, pulls up, got fouled. Zealous. Replicate shot. MVP.
It's been phenomenal. 30-point games in 3 consecutive seasons. Okay, there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Michael Jordan, and the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain. That's some illustrious company.
The consistency not to be underrated. Wallace, that's going to be a little bit short, trying to shoot over the top of Giddey. With 70 seconds left to go in the first half, Giddey charges and scores.